Are we supposed to fast today? Or are we supposed to feast today? We know Shivasa B'Tammuz is not considered, is a fast day. Yet in the Torah speaks about this day as a day of celebration, a Yom Tov. So what's going on? So you know what? I'll tell you soon. But first, let us say thank you to God for all the miracles. And we're praying for the ultimate miracle, Moshiach. Mizma lesoid orila adonai kol haaretz ivdos adonai b'simcha. Boi lefana birnana d'uka adonai elim hu asana v'lo anach nama b'tzem marisoi. Boi yishor b'soid achatzoros b'sila hoida lebachu shumoi ki tov. Adonai le'olam chazdo v'yador v'dor emunasoi. Let us give some tzedakah. I also want to remind you, there's a halacha that says on the day of a fast day we should give the equivalent of the meals for charity. To point out that we're not trying to save money on food, but we're fasting for a reason. But back again, fasting or feasting? What do I mean by feasting, celebrating? In the Torah, in Parshas Kisisa, in Shemot, in Exodus, there says the story that when Moshe Rabbeinu was seemingly late in coming down from the mountain, and the people thought that he's not coming back anymore, they ganged up, so to say, on Aaron HaKohen. We need a new leader. So Aaron HaKohen said, you know what? Tomorrow will be a day of celebration. Chag Lashem Machor. Tomorrow will be a Chag, a Yom Tov, a holiday. Now, what is this day? That was Shivasa B'Tammuz. Now, what kind of Yom Tov is it? It's a day that when we go through historically, and let me share with you what happened on this day, this doesn't look like a great celebration. So, what is it? But first, as I said, let's look historically what happened on this day. First thing, in the year 2448 of creation, Moshe Rabbeinu broke the tablets. When he came down, he saw the Jewish people have committed the sin of the golden calf, the holy tablets that God made, engraved by God. Moshe Rabbeinu threw it down and he broke them. That's definitely a calamity. Then, during the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem, the Jews were forced to stop offering daily sacrifices. They didn't have any more sheep to be able to do the proper daily required sacrifices. Apostamos, on that day, burned the Holy Torah. Now, there's a debate exactly at the date. Historians are debating when this happened. Some maintain that Apostamos was a general during the Roman occupation of Israel. Others assert that he lived years earlier, was an officer during the Greek reign over the Holy Land. But everybody agrees that it was on that day. Burning the Torah is tantamount with the breaking of the tablets. An idol was placed in the holy temple on that day, defiling the Bet HaMikdash. Again, this event is also controversial. Some claim it was carried out by the same apostates who burned the Torah. Others claim it was carried out by King Menashe of Judea, who was an idol worshiper, sadly. And then he introduced it, he brought it into the temple. Further, what happened? The walls of Jerusalem was breached by the Romans in 69 years after the Common Era. And this was after a long siege. And as we know, 3 weeks later, the Romans destroyed the temple, and it's on Tisha B'Av. According to the Jerusalem Talmud, it's also the date on which the Babylonians breached the wall of Jerusalem before destroying the first temple. Now, this is a difference of opinion, but either only the second or the first and the second breaching the walls of Jerusalem. And in fact, this has remained a somber day for Jews ever since. In 1391, over 4,000 Jews were killed in Toledo and Juan in Spain. In 1559, Prague's Jewish quarter was burned and looted. The Kovno ghetto in 1944 was liquidated, meaning deported, and then most of them found their death. In 1970, Libya, remember there used to be a country, Libya, ordered the confiscation of Jewish property. Sadly, Gush Katif, where Israeli government at that time expulsed the Jews. And until today, we pay the consequences. We pay the price for it, a heavy price. Originally, it was scheduled to be destroyed in these days. So, what is Aaron HaKohen saying? That it will be a holiday. So, I hope I won't have to explain it, because it will be a holiday today, Mashiach coming right now. But if God forbid we're still in Galus tomorrow, we will talk if we're living with the past or we're living with the future. But hope the present will be turned into a holiday.